Hey, I am late. Get over it, all right? Uh, Hello, people watching live and watching the recording. This is the Ranting Hour. My de facto thing I do every Wednesday with Inkwelder, and sometimes some other people. Mino was not coming through today. He has stuff to do. Necklord never announces whether he shows up. But we do have Yoshi Pasta here, who wanted to be on. Didn't have anything to talk about, and that is fine, because we're just talking about whatever comes to mind, and whatever happens. Ain't no plans, just ranting for an hour. If you're watching the replay, or if you're in here now watching the video live, please be sure to like the video. It helps spread it around. It does a ton for me. Go subscribe to everyone's channels, support Tom Brady Troops, support Yoshi Pasta, and if you want to hit me up or you want to talk to me on Discord, I'm usually just hanging around in the TCC server. And while I find an image for Yoshi Pasta on the stream, probably just gonna throw an Arden image on there because I always watch his Arden saga. Inkwelder, what are you eating today?
So, I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago. This is number 14, by the way, which is nuts that we're that far and we're doing this weekly consistently. But
yeah, that's pretty funny.
I had mentioned that I was having like a bad day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get something super unhealthy that I've wanted for like a couple weeks or whatever. And you had interrupted and said like you should eat good food and like take care of yourself no matter what. And you were like, but if you needed it, just go get your unhealthy food. Ever since you've said that, I've been eating way healthier because there's no excuse to like pump bad things,
Yes.
like eat bad stuff. So
You feel bad afterwards anyways. You're like, ah.
yeah, exactly. So I'm eating a steak salad with
Salad. What
steak
the hell
salad with
is
spinach, sweet potato, black beans, rice, and yeah, it's good stuff.
that? Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
And we have Yoshi Pasta here. Yoshi Pasta, you want to introduce yourself? And just everyone, I'm going to link your channel in the description eventually after this. But you want to say anything to introduce yourself?
No, I've just never presented someone to a live audience before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get used to it, or not.
No.
The biggest thing to remember is that no one really cares. Just period. No one cares. If you're getting self-conscious about it or anything you notice about yourself, nobody either notices, cares, or will remember past about 2 minutes. So yeah, we're just chilling here. I'm putting the Arden image up. Let's see if it'll transfer. It was in the corner. All right, cool. Reading chat. Poto, hello. Mino's recovering after the Catherine stream. That Catherine stream was very funny. If y'all haven't checked that out, I played Catherine, the Atlas game, for about an hour, and I was too stubborn to play it on normal because I'm very stubborn, and I played it on hard, and that game is very difficult. And after playing on hard and learning the ropes for like an hour, I got past the first stage, and then when I went and ran it back on normal, and I beat the first stage in minutes. So, Mark says I'm eating kale. Hello, Blind Eye. Hello, everyone. Why are you idiots are all talking about kale? Stupid chat. I'm kidding. You guys are stupid. You guys are great.
Kale's super good if you. This is not R-rated, but if you massage the kale, it gets a lot better.
I really hate that you had to preface that with "it's not R-rated." That's kind of gross, actually. What? What?
Because if you offer someone massaged any sort of food, is there anything that sounds appetizing after that?
I don't know how to respond to that. What the hell, dude? Why does it always go there?
The question is did Mark massage his kale or no? But we don't. This is not a food stream, so let's leave. You can watch that stuff on.
This is a whatever the fuck we talk about stream. Okay, so
that one's bad.
Yeah, very bad. Moving on. Yeah, what the hell is the appropriate response there? I think since last time we streamed, JP got Ultima weapons and 90 and EX extension to stuff, and I still don't have Noel's burst. Feels bad. If anyone's wondering my thoughts on that, I quite literally just don't understand it yet. My plan of action was max Noel stuff and figure out the rest later. So it is what it is. Hashtag game is over. Oh, that's a perfect segue into something that I wanted to touch on We've had a lot of restrictive fights the past month or so, like with the whole no launch fiesta and the no holy thing. But I believe this 9 loss chapter was the last fight that says "fuck you to holy," right, Ink?
Yes, I do believe so.
Yes,
I want to
Paladin
validate
Cecil
on
is
our
free,
loop
guys.
research, but yeah.
Paladin Cecil is free, guys. What do you two think about that? Was it overhyped? Was it bad?
I've still gotten use out of Cecil for like various content. He was really good in Desh Lufenia. Like there are some really bullshit Lufenias that came out where Cecil was absolutely great. So
Yeah.
I think that people that chased his burst got bad information because there were plenty of places going around saying, hey, don't chase his burst. If he's your absolute like top 1 or 2 favorite, sure, go get his burst. But people that were like tokening his burst and stuff like that, they're probably feeling it because outside of Transcendence 1, and maybe you wanted to, like if you used him on the left and then did a you did an LD only clear on the right, then yeah, you probably wanted him for the center with his burst. That makes sense. But otherwise, outside of that, like most people were using Cloud's burst or any other burst but Diesel. So I feel like people may feel shafted if they chase the BT, but otherwise I think people will be happy.
Yep. Yoshibas, you gonna say something?
Well, the only thing standing is Imperial immunity.
Oh
There's
yeah,
nothing left.
you're right. It's funny you say that because I completely when I did that one video where I was like the shutout myth or whatever, I completely forgot about Ferris. Like this month is not kind of Ferris at all. And Mac Knoll pointed that out in Discord the other day. It's like Alexander has the debuff immunity when he gets the giant brave gains that Ferris would have been great for. And then Nine's Lufenia, you can't use Ferris because of the element. Kadaj's Lufenia, the constant cleanses means Ferris is going to have her debuff up only half of the fight potentially because it cleanses every 10%. So that's what 9. Fuck, I'm not gonna do the math. That's Ferris has 4 uses. Do the math there, guys. Imperial immunity and the brave suck. Brave suck. What the hell? Ew.
Between that and the Kale, we're
No!
on fire. Keep going.
the brave cut at the end of it. The Imperial stuck in that debuff, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that means that debuff is out on the Bart's fight, which it would have been really good for. I guess she's fine on the Ferris. I mean, on the Edward Lufenia, but that Lufenia is balls on its own, and you don't want them generally getting turns. So Ferris's enemy phase affecting debuffs like attack down and taking their brave aren't as good if you don't want the bosses taking many turns. And then boss rush 4, first wave is debuff immune. I think there's something against her elements in one of the waves. I don't know exactly. And the last wave is Imperial immune. So I kind of just didn't realize it, but Ferris got kind of hoed this month. That's kind of unfortunate.
Well, it doesn't help that her kit got hoed.
Yeah, you know,
like the entire thing.
She didn't just get she got the whole shaft. It was just bad.
I don't pull for anybody that has a skill 1 that is equivalent to Sabin's current skill 1. It's a carbon copy. They both do really comparable things, and Sabin's had that for 2 years. So,
hey, Sabin's lost chapters next month, right? Or is it 2
hell
months?
yeah,
It's 2 months, right?
Oh yeah,
it's 2 months. Yeah, because we got Strago and Kurosami, and then Sabin. So I think we're exactly 2 months out, aren't we?
And then the Sabin saga will be resurrected because I'll be
Lord.
totally inspired to run him everywhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. That'll be hype. I'm thinking I don't want to steal your thunder. I might skip Sabin just to let you have fun with him.
No, there's no thunder stealing. I actually really enjoy comparing my Sabin runs to other Sabin runners. There was only one other person that was running Sabin consistently in Call to Arms. Trying to remember their name, but there was one person, and I would constantly pull up their video, watch it, see what they did differently, compare our turn counts, compare our team comps. It was really fun. So have at it. I'm gonna be running him everywhere, but I encourage others to pull him because he's busted.
Yeah, Yoshibas, you had anything to say on that? Anybody you're excited for that might get hoed? I mean, Just I don't. We kind of bounced all over the place. I just want to make sure you get a chance to chime in.
Oh, defense is going to be good again. Now defense is going to be spiking up.
Yeah, that's good. I know you're a big Arden fan. Are you looking forward to his LD boards in a couple months?
Yes, finally callability slot.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised that they didn't give 80 to Arden, Von, Toto. Like, just give them 80. Don't you put them on the Mayfair banner? You reran them. Just give them 80. Don't give them anything else. It would have made a lot of them. Arden, especially. I really enjoyed using Arden on T2. I wish they gave him calls. That would have been great.
Yeah.
People would have encouraged others to pull for them probably a little bit more, but
I saw Silocon said, have you guys talked about Kadaj's challenge quests? These challenge quests are getting more difficult than Lufenia's. Well, I don't like that take that the challenge, because the reason the challenge quests are a little trickier is because people aren't bringing completely built units out of the best for the stage. The challenge quests are never easier than Lufenia's. Objectively, it's that you have better units for the Lufenias, but it's only these two in particular that stand out to me. That these two being Alexander and 9 that were particularly tricky. And I saw your comment earlier, Silocons, on something I made about 9 being required for his challenge quest, and I forgot to reply. But my reply was going to be, isn't that normal where one specific character without them it was pretty hard, like Odin? How many challenge quests do you generally do without like the featured burst character? I mean, it just so happens that Golbez couldn't carry this one alone more than likely, but that's usually not the norm. I haven't checked the call to arms for the challenge quest or anything, but I'd imagine there were some just not unbuilt 9 clears, which I don't think is a terrible problem. And if it is a problem, the precedent's been like that for a bit.
Does unbuilt count that I didn't give 9 any ingots? I realized as EX I gave him his LD, and that's it.
Why are you like this?
Because I have 2 ingots. I dupe purple spheres for my favorite.
Oh, you went overboard. Oh,
I did.
Oh. How many books you got left?
I have a lot of books.
Oh,
man. Yeah.
Still. This dude. All right, never
dude,
mind.
I'm low on Gil. I have more gems than Gil.
Shut up. We have so many. You especially have to have books in the triple digits. Come on now.
No, I have like 35 books, I think.
35 Gil books?
Oh, you mean those?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a time thing. That means that my phone screen is being occupied by like auto clearing stuff, and I haven't been doing that. So
man, I ain't run out of Gil in forever. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad when you have more tickets than Gil. It's been a while since that happened to me, but
look at this
yeah,
guy.
I don't like farming. I don't like farming.
I can tell. Yeah, but that makes sense considering your hatred for Genshin Endgame. That's a different conversation.
I do.
Natsu Black
yes,
says Sabin definitely doesn't have a lost chapter. Yes, he does. Sabin is an event character.
Yeah,
he has a lost chapter. If you, I specifically remember Sabin's lost chapter because that fight kicked my ass for weeks in the C50 era. That was a hard. That was hard at the time.
And you know that
coming
he's
up.
amazing with his LD because he can solo his own lost chapter. That is the proof that someone's amazing. So
my only gripe is I've been pulling for bound banners for challenge quest lately. I think I'm not alone. Well, why are you skipping 9? Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled for 9 specifically. He's because I need him for Kadaj, and will Fujin be synergy on Kadaj?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That gives a lot more options. That makes challenge quests probably universally the most difficult CQs because you only get
lost
4
chapter
choices.
challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, lost chapter challenges. You only have 4
You're
synergy.
completely right on that. Yeah.
Yeah. You got plenty otherwise. People were saying that the Golbez one was harder, more restrictive than 9, and I would argue no way. 9 is way more restrictive because you've only got 4 choices versus 6.
Sabin
People
LCVL.
did Laguna clears.
Yeah. They did what? Laguna? Yeah. I did a run where I unequipped my Hope LD, and I just ran Hope EX, Shadow EX, and Golbez LD. And it was a matter of people didn't know the mechanics because they Gladio cheesed it, and then when they had to face the mechanics and they got blown up, they're like, why is this happening? So I remember I was talking to Clay about it, and I just told him like, yeah, it was something like they don't get broken or be at full health. He was like, oh, and then he ran it back. He's like, okay, I get it now. Sometimes it's just the mechanics.
Yeah,
And
that
I
mechanic
did the challenge quest with Shadow only is 35 in EX.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Shadow's 15 isn't that big anyway. I don't know what weapon passives do anymore because they just max them. It's kind of weird to think about.
For the board, at least, you can't finish the board if you don't max
right,
it.
right. Yeah. Good point. It's not I didn't pull. Oh, he didn't come home. Yikes. Guess you didn't plan far ahead enough. If Neckler were here, he'd blame you for not pulling a character like a dingus.
How tough was Trey's challenge quest without Trey? Because I don't think Quistis, Fran, and Yestola are getting through that. Oh, Sarah was synergy.
Sarah was
Sarah
synergy,
helped.
and Sarah was good now. So
Yeah.
And Yestola could delay, and you had 2 delayers and an Orobot. So I guess I could see I mean the chaos is still around. We could just go run it. Although Yestola won't be synergy stats anymore. Alex is just super tedious, yeah. So thank God for the Auto Plus. Man, I was just thinking about that. Auto Plus, I didn't even get Mog Pass this month in JP because Auto Plus is powerful. And it makes sense going back into like Ultimate Weapons and stuff why they buffed the Premium Pass, because honestly, Mog Pass is losing a lot of value over time. Like what I did in both versions now is I farmed perfect artifacts for everyone. And I have such a backlog of character points that I don't really, it's kind of hard for me to run out just because I've been such a consistent Mog Pass buyer. So I was just too lazy to like hop on a VPN and allegedly set it up. Allegedly. And and it makes sense they sauced up the new Mog Pass. I don't know where I was going with that. Blart says, I don't touch CQs if I don't have the featured LD, maybe 2, not worth the headache. Hey man, that's 1/50th of a burst. That could be 1/50th of a challenge. I mean, Transcendence. No, that wasn't going to be a good joke. Let me stop it there.
Only took him 2 years.
Someone in main court said they were going to token Golbez's BT so that he could help with the challenge quest. And he already did Alex challenge quest with Golbez LD. So he wanted it specifically for 9 and for Kadaj. And so I posted, I was like, so you're going to trade 50 BT tokens for 2? And they were like, damn, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. So I feel like people have a completionist syndrome where they want to get it done and they don't really realize what they're sacrificing to get the completion.
Yes, there's also a time equation in that, because some people like to run challenge quests without using ingots, and they got like 50 of them on deck, and they're trying to like, oh, this challenge quest, or like Mino's dumbass yesterday on Mark's stream. Oh, I forgot the character board my 9. No wonder I was having so like, I don't understand if you've been playing for a while and you're trying to do a challenge quest. Why? Like, again, it always goes back to what are you saving for? Like, if you're trying to get a burst and you're worried about stuff and you got 1,000,000 gems or stuff like that, what are you saving for? Because I know people done saved their asses off and not needed to spend their doomsday stashes, and then I don't know, man. That's just different to me.
Wait for the summer banner to come. The summer campaign, we may get a GL first, or we may get
Galif.
Or we may get 20,000 character points because they've been gating that from new players for some reason. Like, I don't know the value. I wish they put that in a Mog Pass, like actually made the character points valuable. Like, up it more, add the multiplier, or drop it as a daily. It feels weird that they gate that. Sorry that I tangented.
No, I didn't know where I was going. So that's a good point, because I don't have enough appreciation, or I guess cynicism. I don't know the word, but they definitely do gate character board points, and it's easier for us veteran players, especially if we get Mog Pass, to not realize the amount of crunch that people have on character board points. So that's definitely a real thing. But I don't know how to. I never consider that when I talk about units either.
It sucks because a friend gifted us his JP account, which has tons of characters pulled and everything, fully geared out. And we're like, cool, let's grab Noel. He's the latest BT. Dreamy is a huge Null fan anyway,
Good
so
taste.
wanted to pull. And we pulled, got Null's LD, and it's like, awesome, this is great. Oh, there's no character points. We don't have enough character points to max out Null, because the account didn't have Null in the first place, had him at no boards, and we're sitting there with a JP account with 5 BT pluses and everything, and we have no character points, which is just ludicrous.
Yikes. Yeah, Yoshi Pasta is Arden. He does. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, just adding on with the ink. It feels like a JP player.
Yeah. Yeah, Yoshi Pasta is Arden. Arden, he does the Hobo Jesus saga where he somehow makes Arden work every time, and it just blows my mind. Subscribe to his channel. I gotta ask, where did Yoshi Pasta come from? Like, where did the name come from?
And keeping a life support.
Hmm. What do you mean?
No, Arden. Keeping Arden on life support.
Oh. Where'd the Yoshi Pasta username come from?
It was somewhat based on a creepypasta image that I just took out of.
That's inspiring. Because I got a lot of Yoshi fans that are my friends. I wonder what that says about me. I don't know where I was going with that.
It says better. I mean, it puts you in a much better light because if you said, well, all of your friends are Kadaj fans, then you sort of raise a question mark, because who's really a fan of Kadaj?
Yeah,
especially
I think I said that on my video. Kadaj fans got to go on a list. I'm really curious to see, because that takes me to a separate point in a second, but I don't remember enough people I spectated running Kadaj, and I'm sure there's good uses for his anti-brave gain debuff, but I am too small brained to think of any. But I know that happened a couple times with Edward, where his no brave gain thing worked stellarly, but I also forgot when that happened. So I'm really excited for that. Kadaj does that to both enemies, because I believe it's at 1 stack of his debuff. So whoever these Kadaj players are that are going on FBI lists, I'm curious to see what they'll do. Yoshi Pasta, are you pulling for Kadaj?
Depends. Might not. I might just save it to the lost chapter.
I see. Makes sense. Yeah, because that Maria's pretty good. I completely underestimated her when her lost chapter came out, but she was pretty decent. There was just someone named Kadaj in chat. Really? They're on the list too.
Do you guys think that there's any chance that they will? So, slight tangent, but given that Queen is getting a rework, and she's the first rework, I mentioned this to BC. Queen is the first LC rework to happen since Kieran.
Yeah, I ain't realized it. That's pretty funny.
Kieran lost chapter. That's like 2 years. Of lost chapters.
let's put it in context though. Rework could just mean LD board rework.
Oh, do they actually say that?
They use rework as a catch-all term, because Onion Knight and Noel got reworked. Noel's entire rework was him having 2 HP attacks on his LD.
That one line of text.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily guarantee a base kit rework.
Do we think that they may go back and in GL, do you think that they will consider reworking Guy, Aranea, or any of the other LCs where basically the unit got, like Kadaj, just they weren't doing anything?
Nope.
You use them for their challenge, I guess, but that's about it.
Don't think so.
You don't think they'll change them?
Not in the slightest. They have no incentive to. Use them now. That's how it used to be anyways, wasn't it? Oh god, I really got to rack my brain on this one. But the Lost Chapter character would always be real good when they first came out. Did this happen? No, this didn't quite happen in the ES Plus era, because both characters got double things. But I'm really stretching to remember. Was EX Plus the first time characters, like, there were double character upgrades at once? What were Lost Chapters like? Who was the last chapter? It was Leon. Leon on his Lost Chapter. He was the only one who got an EX. That's right, because characters just got an EX on their Lost Chapter before EX Plus started. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Their release is the time to use them. Well, I mean now that's flipping around though, because now the both the Lost Chapter characters are going to come with level 90 and EX and additional ability extension, which I love that they extended additional abilities. It's so good now. So good.
Yeah, they can fix them.
Yeah, God, it's so stupid.
Wait for Kurisame's AA extend. That's probably going to be amazing.
No, he's going to do nothing because they hate that everyone uses Kurosame on every single fight. I'm sure they hate it. That's why they started nerfing debuff calls. It was specific, well, because Kurosame got around it because he's got debuff start. But like, Fran doesn't have enough debuff start, I don't think. Like Orin's call ability debuff got nerfed. Toto's did. A bunch of them get nerfed now just because they don't want another Kurosame situation. They reworked Sarah. It's a possibility. So JP didn't even get Sarah's. JP did not get our reworked LD board Sarah. JP got further beyond what we got. So we got a weird in between. The difference is we used to get a lot of characters, so by the time they come back as Lost Chapter, they get new weapons, so they kind of got updated that way. Yeah, that's a good point. Church of Kadaj has risen, all three of them.
One thing I'd point out for people that are planning to use Kadaj that is super awkward, because someone mentioned in chat, and I had to step away from my computer, so I don't remember who said it, but yes, Kadaj is totally fine against a single target because it's easy for him to upkeep his debuff, but against two targets, it's actually annoying to upkeep his debuff on the other target because you need to apply it AoE, and there's only one skill, and it's only 4 turns. So it tends to fall off. So that's another problem that Kadaj sort of has. It's actually hard as a debuffer to upkeep his debuffs all the time in certain fights, which I think is weird for a debuffer to have trouble upkeeping debuffs.
Can 7 be that way?
7 has an easier time because her debuff is single target regardless, right? So all she has to do is snake bite and you're good. Although you do have to build the stacks up, but that's not a huge deal either. It's because Kadaj has 2 instances of his debuff active, but only 1 goes up in stacks. And if you don't have that 1 stack up, then you're losing the Brave Gain prevention. Right? I think that's how it works, yeah.
Yeah. The first stack is 50% Brave Gain reduction. Yep. Well, it's Brave Gain sap. So if they gain 99k Brave, then you gain 50 and they gain 50.
Yep.
Which is cool. That's a really cool mechanic, and I wish more characters had it, or I wish that Kadaj leaned harder into it. Like at 5 stacks, he gained 100% of their Brave Gain. That would be really cool if they did that. But
yeah, but I remember I DM'd you this earlier in the weekend, but I've been meaning to make a video on the availability bias that tends to go on around here, where people check out two or 3 YouTube channels and they don't even search in Japanese, and then they conclude that the character was non-existent completely, and nobody in the Japanese playing population of the game used this character ever, based on like 4 people. And I think the exact example I gave was, it's like walking outside and not seeing any blonde people and concluding that there's no longer any blonde people on Earth. It kind of boggles my mind. Go ahead.
I mean, it's way worse than what you said, because this is actually real. But growing up, I lived in a very very specific neighborhood.
I know where this is going.
I lived in a neighborhood, and I thought, until I was about 9 or 10 years old, I thought that Asian people were only on TV, because I never saw one. I never saw an Asian person in real life. So that kind of stuff comes up, and it's crazy for me to think about that. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a common. I think I'm using the availability. I think it's the availability heuristic, where if you don't see it, you assume it's never. I know this isn't a quote from. There's a character that says this in the Boondocks that I like to attribute it to, but he obviously didn't originate it. But when Jim Rummy was talking, I think it was Riley in the car, and he's like, no, it was Ed Wonka III. He's like, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, and he didn't know what he was talking about. But that notion, like, I remember someone in the TCC Discord was like, they didn't mention something. They didn't mention the Brave Gain change to the. They didn't mention the reworked armors on stream. Therefore, we can conclude that they're not going to do it. But then it happened anyways. So
yeah.
Always sample sizes, people.
So
go ahead.
I was going to take it in a different route for a second, right? Because people probably get buyer's remorse, right? Like Paladin Cecil BT, right? Like if you had watched YouTube videos of Paladin Cecil runs in JP, you'd see that his BT was rarely used. People used it if it was the only BT on the team, and if it wasn't, it never got used. So there's that like buyer's remorse type thing, and I feel like people, even with all the promoting that we've been doing, I even put it in my comment on Fujin that's pinned on the infographic for Fujin, that Bartz doesn't need Fujin. Pull Fujin if she's your favorite, but do not pull Fujin specifically for Bartz. And literally one of the comments was, I got Fujin, and yeah, I'm chasing Bartz also. And it's like, there's going to be, I don't know, maybe they won't have buyer's remorse because they'll be like, oh, these two go well together. But it feels like there's a difference between Bartz and Fujin versus like Terra Young, because Terra Young is a real thing that works for a long time.
Very silly thing. It's like I said before, like any situation, the situations where you could run Paladin Cecil and Bartz together over Fujin and Bartz are more frequent, and I know everyone in their mind is Paladin Cecil, and Holy Absorb is done, bro. So you get more out of it. I mean, the thing is though that not a lot of people are retroactively aware of. Not everybody thinks about units they pulled and didn't use once, and only used once or twice, and then it's a couple months later, like, damn, I didn't use them much. But then we go ahead and make the same mistakes again in the future. So it's more. Some people have already made up their minds. So I don't even know if they know they have buyer's remorse. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like next month after LBT, people are going to be really glad they have Paladin Cecil. You got Strago's Lost Chapter, where you need holy damage, and people made build your own Ash LD with Kryl and Paladin Cecil.
Or Dash. Are you trying to pump some Kryl runs into the ether since you couldn't find many? Yeah, I see what you're doing.
I am. For sure. I'm surprised. There were as many Kryl runs as there were Desh and Raijin runs on that, and there should have been way more. Although Kryl doesn't heal, but that's fine.
$5. Mark, I'm using Fujin call ability on my favorite Kadaj. Mark, I don't. That's great for you. I hope you stream it again and then call the fight easy. That was hilarious.
Did we talk last week? I'm trying to remember about the fact that the little putting ulti sphere on Kadaj is sort of stupid.
We did, and I didn't realize that either. So it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah. The debuff real estate is real tight. That's 7 debuffs between them, so just be careful.
We're close to the 8 debuff quality of life. I remember hearing some content creators say that Sephiroth can do Kadaj's job better than Kadaj after Sephiroth rework. Huh?
Because his EX has 100%.
Because he has gold debuffs now? Probably. Like, that... Whoever said that... wow, that's a take. That doesn't make any sense. Kadaj has set to 0 plus break. He's got Brave Gain reduction, and he's got debuffs, of which are somewhat decent. I mean, I think he's got like Brave damage up, physical defense and attack down, and some decent stuff, and a strong sap. And the battery reduction. Sephiroth has just 100% gravity and a ton of damage. That's a very weird thing to say.
Yeah, Kadaj is always capped on Brave generally on his turn.
Yeah, he's pretty
self-sufficient. How many Brave gains? Yeah, refund. Yeah,
weird.
He's got a lot.
What's your take on Ultimate Weapon seeing you complete Lufenias multiple times with different rosters to get the points? I like it. It gives me a reason to run things back with different teams, potentially. I don't mind. Not like I was doing anything else. Rumby was based on Donald Rumsfeld, who said that. Oh, was he? Really? Wow. I learned something about the Boondocks every day. Thank you, guys. Wow. I had no idea. Huh. Oh, I see it now. Have you guys seen the Boondocks?
I have not. I've wanted to watch it for a while.
Please watch it. Best quote in the show. I can't because Samuel L. Jackson voices the character I'm talking about, and I forget what they were talking, but they were trying to get him to shoot somebody. And he's like, I'll leave his whole block red, and you know why? Because I just don't give a fuck. And the pure Samuel L. Jackson voice. I love that. Shout out the corner store. Oh my god, that corner store episode was like a brilliant analogy for the Iraq War. That's the best episode of the Boondocks, and they were playing MF Doom. R.I.P. to him. Yeah. Plug for the Tonberry Troop. Anomander maintains a very impressive list of Lufenia video repository from the JP side. Go support them on Patreon for access. Yeah, totally do that. Subscribe to all these guys. Subscribe to UG Pasta.
I don't want to shill it. I don't care. We just do the research because we like it. But when people say, "Hey, when are you guys going to get around to updating the Lufenia research page?" It's only got a LBT. We added 2 more this last update, and it'll come more free flowing. You could tell our beginner section is like,
hey, no, you don't have to answer them. Are they paying?
No, that's the thing.
It'll get done when it gets done.
Hey, why don't you? So if you support us, you get direct access to Anomander's research. You can see all the runs. You can research them yourself if you wanted to, or you can just read.
That's so entitled. I'd block them frame 1 if someone said it to me. When are you gonna do this? Bitch, when I do it. What? What? That's so
that kind of thing.
Entitlement. Yeah. That gets me tight.
This is where I like elitism more than entitlement.
Oh.
Like entitlement is just inexcusable. You think you deserve something just because of you. And that is never a good take, that you feel you deserve something. As opposed to elitist people, they're not much better, but at least they
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. They think they're better because of their stature and their position, but those people can be put on their ass when they see that someone with lesser means is better than them. I just feel like entitled people are just way worse than elitist people.
Nah, that's facts, because both of them... Go ahead, Yoshibasa. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you did. My bad. Yeah, it's both kinds of people have a lack of self-awareness, but at least the elitist person at least has done something of value, probably. But if you're just some random on the internet asking for free shit, why haven't you given me my free shit yet? You should get the teeth slapped out of your mouth. Come on, bro. Let's kidnap over multiracial lines, killing me.
When in chat, Silocons asked why Fujin wants 330 now over C50. First off, before it was mixed, like you could mix them and it was fine because the iBrave region was nice. iBrave is sort of a meme stat. I'm actually curious what you two think about it because you play JP. iBrave feels completely useless. I think the only person that might still want it, I don't even know if he does, is Warrior of Light.
Oh, Warrior of Light, absolutely.
But
get the fat shields.
Outside of Warrior of Light, iBrave is a meme stat. It's very, I don't know. I can't think of anyone that really wants it anymore. And Mbrave 330 will give Fujin a higher Max Brave stat, which gives her more battery to the party whenever she attacks. So.
That's easy. I agree.
Yeah.
Elitists are A-okay, you know. Just call them dumb, bro. Don't beat around the bush. Yeah, Ink is too nice. Ink is too nice to these people. He's too charitable. I'm getting back into my toxic behavior. I'm just... Just calling it out. That would make me so mad. Like I remember when I hadn't finished my Vincent follow-up yet, and someone had asked me, when is it coming out? And my response was, I have a life. It doesn't really get much better than that. I mean, some people sit around and play the game all day and they don't got shit going on. But like some of us are like functioning adults. So, and we do this shit on the side just for fun. So, like, I be talking up videos I'm trying to write, but all week I've just been playing Genshin Impact and not really giving a fuck. So, and you know what? I similar again. Don't give a fuck. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not pressed. I'm not trying to stress. I'm not trying to hit some arbitrary metric. I remember the other day somebody congratulated me on my subscriber count. I don't even be paying attention to that, bro. I just be doing my thing. That's really what should matter.
You just look at the percentage of people not subscribed. You don't care how many.
I don't even look at that anymore. Like I used to.
Oh, really?
I legit. The only thing I look at is the money. That's the only thing I look at. Like, you were telling me about advertisements. I don't know what advertisement. I just hit the turn on advertisements button, let YouTube auto generate it, and let it fly.
Dude, I watched a 46-minute video about dog food today. So
why?
I expect you're getting some serious dough from that.
Yeah, 3 cents. Oh, Greg, that was you? Yeah, I mean, no harm against you, dude. And I know you ain't mean nothing by it. Because I know you're cool. But it was funny. I didn't. I just said how I felt at that time. Nothing against you, dude. I hope I didn't bother you by saying that. Genshin is a good game. Don't say that around Inkwelder though. Although I haven't hit end game. So we were talking about this in the TCC mod chat earlier because it's like Strafe, J Dota, and me are. Well, I'm not in Genshin end game, so I can't talk about it yet. But I'm like AR 27 and Bido, the sword girl with the eye patch. Yes, eye patch girls are the best. And she's got a counter. What's that?
The game takes a lot of space.
Oh, I don't play it on my phone. I play it on my PC. My phone can't even run it. But I couldn't run a game like the amount of sweating I do in that game with the character swapping. Like I am a hack and slash fiend. That's the stuff I like. Like turn based is cool, but like I like beating people up with hack and slashes. What were you gonna say, Ink?
I was gonna say playing Genshin on mobile, like doing Archer, is awful. Like trying to aim with an Archer.
Let me correct you. Playing Archer in general is awful in that game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Charge shot, it's awful.
Genshin's too time consuming. Probably. I'm probably only getting away with it because my girlfriend's out of town. But as soon as she comes back, like I'm probably, I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, yeah, I'm mostly playing with my buddies in real life, so that's how I keep up with it. And like, we just like enjoy talking about the meta and stuff. But yeah, you're about to get anime waifu Virgil in a month. Excuse me? Really? Anime? Wait, huh? Say no more. Okay, not making sure not to drop the game. I see Natsu Black said I'm watching the Boondocks because of y'all. I hope if it's the first time, go ahead. I hope you enjoy. Great show. First season's amazing. Second seasons are funnier. I make a lot of Boondocks jokes. Some people get them. Dougnificent or Gangstalicious. Hello, Dark Mask. Playing Archer in any game is a word. Shut your mouth. I love archers in every game except Genshin. I always play Bard. I mean, not Bard. I'm a Bard in 14. I always play Hunter in D&D. Didn't the class name get changed? It wasn't Hunter. I'm thinking 5e. Wasn't it something else? Because I know base Archer was horrible. Ink, help me. You two are nerds. You play D&D, right?
No, I don't play D&D. I play Magic the Gathering. Archers are great. They have archers are great in Magic the Gathering. They have reach.
Wow.
Typically.
Wow. If someone were to ask me, bet me, does Ink play D&D? I would be a hard yes. Wow. Is anyone else surprised that Ink doesn't play D&D? Yoshi Basta, do you play D&D at all?
Never heard of it, so no.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, there's Mino.
Oh no, you can't let me and Mino get off on this because we'll take over the stream talking about it.
Mino, you play Dungeons and Dragons, right? Mino's in the chat. Yeah. Okay, are you surprised that Ink hasn't?
It's not for everybody. Oh, right. You played a lot. I forgot, BC. I was actually surprised when I learned that about you.
Really?
You need a
what is that supposed to mean?
Of nerd friends.
You don't roleplay.
Yeah, I do.
No.
This explains the eye patch.
Context. Context.
I know. I was gonna say,
God.
Fucking. You can't praise eye patch girls and then dismiss Fujin. That's fucking hippo as shit.
Let me eye patch girls with. Never mind. Not gonna. There is too much to take out of context here. Bido is hot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyway, I just came in to say the D&D Archer class is Paladin.
No, it's not. It's Hunter. Paladin is just Paladin.
Hunter's not a D&D class. What are you talking about?
There's a Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger.
Ranger. That's what I'm thinking of. Ranger. Yes, I always play Rangers in D&D because I always miss because I can't aim. I remember my last character died. No, because I end up role playing as edgelords because I'm an edgelord, and I end up being myself. So I had to.
I hate you so much.
What?
I hate you so much.
I try not to, but I really am an edgelord at heart.
My
like
God.
all the like Sasuke is like my favorite Naruto character. Like it's just I can't stop it. And D-Luke is my favorite Genshin character. And he's super edgy. I mean that's what all my characters always turn into, and it's horrible. I forget. I think my last character like set himself on fire or something because he was tired of my party, so he wanted to go out in a blaze of glory but couldn't find an enemy to do it to himself. Yeah, it's I'm an idiot. I haven't played in a while though. BC, no. Wait, what did? Oh, I don't know if that's in context. I said a bunch of questionable things in the past 10 minutes, so.
Well, that's another reason I couldn't believe you played D&D. I guess it has like MMO level time commitments.
Well,
like,
I played when I was not employed.
Right. Makes sense. I played MMOs when I was unemployed. Got it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I don't do it now. I could if I I just literally would not. If I didn't do content creation and stuff, maybe I could do it. But my friends are all a bunch of neats. What does that say about me?
What does it say about me?
Like, oh, sorry,
I don't even know what a neat is. So what is that?
Not employed. You don't have a job.
Educated or trained.
Yeah, you're not in school. You're not in job. You're not in training.
It's a European term, actually. But what was I gonna say? Fucking ink. Nope, I forgot. Damn it, Ink. What was I gonna say before you said your thing? Oh,
I don't know.
Right.
You handed it to me. It's your fault.
BC is are these neat friends of yours like IRL friends or like internet? Yeah. Okay.
My college buddies.
What the fuck? Wait, all your college friends are neats? What's happening?
No, not all of them. I'm exaggerating. It's just the ones that play D&D. I got a large circle. D&D has a lot of characters that can be archers. Oh yeah, fighters do have. You're right. You know that's a good point. I think I did a fighter. This is not even Dissidia, but who cares? I've played fighters. I definitely played rangers, and I think I tried playing a thief once, and I had a hand arrow gun thinger because I was trying to pretend I was Solid Snake, but that didn't work out very well at all. We've had a lot. Yeah, D&D is pretty fun. I'm surprised. I mean, well, I guess in the midst of being in a pandemic. I mean, it did. I didn't understand how fun D&D was until I tried it for myself. But it's actually hilariously fun because you can just be an idiot not without consequence. Actually, with consequence, but everyone just has to play along with your stupidity, and as long as you're not sandbagging the team, you can generally get away with anything. I had the couple years I did play D&D, I had a blast, and it gets a bad rep for being for nerds because it really is for nerds. And
it really is. I would love it.
It really is for nerds. There's a lot of min-maxing that goes on, but it's becoming slightly more socially acceptable. I think there's that those people that the voice actors with Critical Role that do it. It's pretty flexible, yeah. Let me read chat.
The problem was I didn't have enough real life friends that played.
It's a commitment, which is another reason.
It's a hard commitment,
It's such a reputation for nerds. Anything that's try hard is dubbed for nerds. So like D&D, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, anything you have to like MMOs, anything you have to sink a shit ton of time into. Like D&D is a real time commitment. So like MMOs and like BC was saying, perfect when you're like a college kid with no job or something. But when you start having a busy schedule, it would take up all of your time. Mark says he plays D&D with his friend group once a week, but I think they also do it more casually. Like they, because a D&D campaign can run for years, and
yes,
I think
that's the fun part.
Each one of theirs only goes for like a couple weeks, then they move on to something else. Like it's a casual dip in, but like it's such a commitment. Don't do it, Ink. Don't do it. And then you have to find other people as committed as you. Yeah. So it's like an MMO raid group.
That's like one of my buddies. Like he stopped showing up on time for meetings. Like for a while, and then we're like, why are you late? He's like, oh, I joined a band. What? He just didn't tell us.
It's literally like a job interview, like MMO rating, where you have to find people all on your wavelength, and you get kind of picky about like you need people who play like you, because like BC says, what D&D basically is the official term is shared storytelling. So how that dumb game where it's like this happened and then you pass it on to the next person and you kind of go in a circle. It's like that, except so you need to mesh well with your group. But sorry, Ink, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I mean, all of my nerd friends, we all just played Magic. We never turned to D&D, but
same company. If you were hearing Ink,
no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Wizards of the Coast.
Oh,
yeah,
I know nothing about Magic, and I never will.
That's okay. I mean, how did we get here?
Yeah,
I don't want to trace that back.
I haven't heard.
You started it with Genshin.
Oh, I mentioned
Yoshi Pasta talk since I got on. I feel so bad.
He's just vibing, bro. He just catch the vibe.
Say something.
D&D? I did never touch D&D, so it's not my area.
Yoshi Pasha, let's hear what you think about Dissidia right now. How about that? Let you take the floor. No pressure.
I really think.
Anything. I'm putting you on the spot, dude. Have at it.
Who are the best partners for Arden in JP for people that are preparing for his BT Plus? Who should they target to work with Arden?
Are you asking either of us?
Either of you or Yoshi. Yoshi runs him because
he's just a damage dealer. Just buff him.
Oh, Bl'Art says math is for tryhard and nerds. That's why D&D is for nerds. You're right. D&D is reading and math. So I 100% don't recommend it at all.
Do you think you can keep the Arden Saga going? You think has anything stopped you? I don't think anything has it?
Might take a small break and once Lavinia Plus hits.
Okay. Isn't there like a melee? Oh, well, I guess it's a Transcendence fight, so that doesn't necessarily count, right? Have you been running Arden in all the Transcendences?
I did one time.
Okay.
I wanted it recently.
Okay, because I know Transcendence 4, the right side, has a melee counter, and I don't know if you can stop that with paralyzes like Ramu and Toto, but that
and Waka.
Waka, yes, rely on the RNG.
Chat. What's his face? T. Sarathi says, damn it, I'm a little drunk. Why did I start drinking before this?
Why did you?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Are you gonna hold on? Are you gonna say Yoshi Pasta hasn't said anything and then take control?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, Yoshi Pasta.
What Mino does.
I get really anxious when people are streaming and chat's being ignored. It's not in my nature. That's why in my streams I'm always like addressing chat.
You should get your own channel.
Good at that.
Everyone, listen to the VOD. You know what to do. Tell Mino to make his own damn channel already. With enough pushback, he might actually do it in a couple years. Who knows?
I don't want to do it. It's so much work.
Wow.
Like I get jealous all the time when
All takes a couple minutes.
When BC and no, because then you have to put out the content. Like
No,
Mark
you don't.
and BC.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You can do whatever you. It's your channel. It has you on it. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
And plus, like when I did try to monetize work, like the evals, I felt so bad taking money from people. Like I can't do it. Not for this thing we do for a hobby. I don't know how you guys do it, but like evals got me a good chunk of money quick, but then I was like, fuck, this feels terrible.
Felt like a job.
I can't do it.
That's
No,
because
not even like a job. It's just like some of these people probably have no business throwing money as tips for nothing, right?
So
What? What do you mean? So?
No, but it's not nothing. People pay to buy a book, right? To spend their time reading a book. If someone watches video or a series of videos and is being entertained for hours on end every couple days or every week, and they want to give something, that's up to them. I would never ask people, especially if it's not in their means. People shouldn't put any money into games if it's not in their means. They should stay free to play no matter what.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, it's an industry. Mino, you gotta get with it.
You gotta get over it. That's what you gotta do.
All right. I'll ignore your chat. I'll let you guys carry on. I apologize, Yoshi Pasta. Please continue.
No worries.
We're not paying you to write. We're paying you to think for us, so we don't have to decide on who to pull for. Thanks, Bl'Art. Did you mean? No, don't. We're not gonna go there, Theologica. Mino, don't look at the chat. No. Mino has an OnlyFans.
I looked at the chat. I had to answer. Okay.
I know you would.
Peace Rafi says, I've been doing weekly D&D games for like 3 hours a week. I think more people play DFFOO more than that. Here's the thing, though. With D&D and MMOs,
there's a people cost.
Yes, exactly. You need, like, DFFOO is a solo thing, right? Like, you can pick that up whenever you want. You can break up those 3 hours. The thing is, when you schedule a D&D session or an MMO raid, you're getting, like, who knows how many other people, 5 to 8 other people, synced to that schedule, sitting there, dedicating that time. It's a much bigger commitment, I think. Okay, I'm done. No more chat. I'm turning off the channel. Okay.
You should feel blessed, Mino. Your followers are willing to invest in you. Yeah, dude. There's a demand. Do it. You'd get you already are a known name. I mean, your channel would pop pretty quickly.
Yeah, true.
Like you said this a couple weeks back on your stream of the retrospective. You're like, as time goes on, my standard for my content gets higher and higher until I'm like, it gets harder to produce the content, right? Like, see, you hold your content up to a certain standard, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, and there was another content creator who was saying that as well. Oh, right, Mark, right? Like, I was bugging Mark about, like, how come you're against the Patreon? And he's like, well, because I feel like if you do a Patreon, you should offer extras to the patrons. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, but I personally feel like if somebody throws out a Patreon, they should offer extras, like how Tonberry Troop offers like an early look at the research or Anomander's video list, etc., etc.
Channel name should be Paid Shell. I feel that.
And I just want to say, like, I have a standard for the analysis, right? Like I've said on this, it was probably on Ranting Hour or on one of Mino's Crystal Chronicles streams, where I said how long it takes to do analysis because I have to nitpick what can fit in the analysis infographic. Man, it was such a quality of life when Fujin came around and I got to just use Fujin's sentences in the infographic. Literally took me like all of it. The only time that it took was chatting with, I think I chatted with Infighter and Loken, I think, about Fujin. And that was all the time because I literally typed it, one shot, sent it to them. They were like, yeah, you're good. That looks exactly spot on for what Fujin is and does. And I was like, thank God I don't have to nitpick sentences because I'm trying to keep it as brief and Fujin-like as possible. It was great. It was amazing that I got to lower my standards a little bit from a grammar perspective.
Yeah, there is a balance of your standards and realizing that some of it may not be realistic. Like I went down that, like you said, you know, with the retros, and then I realized, you know, I don't always gotta hit everything 100% because not everybody's trying to hear, like, people are here for like me like not bullshitting. Well, no, I do bullshit, but just be I do a lot, but I don't have to be right to provide value. I don't have to be 100% bullet point accurate. Like if I forego numbers and I say they get more hits and splash and shit, that's good enough, you know, because That's about it. So being able to know how to dial that back at the same, and it's a bit harder with the writing, because when you're writing evals, like you actually need numbers and shit. But if I'm just like talking, like that's why I like doing this too, because I can just say whatever and not really think about it, and people still find it entertaining. $5. Kale, hello, longtime viewers wanted to say thank you. Do you know why Tom Brady's Troop did not add the new infographics to Twitter yesterday? I'm sure Ink can answer that. I don't follow anything Dissidia on Twitter.
Dreamy has the access to Twitter, and Dreamy his sleep schedule was crazy, and he decided to try and stay up for 36 hours straight to reset his sleep schedule. Woo. And he passed out right in the midday when we would normally release. So I had to release, and without Dreamy posting and taking care of Twitter and Facebook, we just posted to Reddit and our website and Discord. Sorry about that. It happens sometimes. I really should get the Twitter. I probably have the Twitter thread somewhere, but releasing is really annoying. We have to split the job now. Like we've swapped it, where I used to do all of it, and then we used to split it sometimes, and Dreamy did all of it for a little bit, and we're at the point where releasing takes so damn long to update every platform, update the website, all of that stuff. Like sometimes we're gonna miss stuff, and we're just gonna roll with it. The important thing is that it's on our website. If we ever couldn't post to Reddit or Discord or whatever, that would be fine. Like just keeping the website up to date is our number one priority.
There's something ironic about Dreamy having sleep trouble.
Yeah. Yikes. You know, I actually appreciate that a lot of people have been asking why we swapped in Tom Brady Troop. We swapped Diabolos as like the usual choices for most characters. We swapped it from the attack boost, the Brave gain boost, and the HP damage reduction. That's what we've had for so long, and we swapped it so that you get the iBrave stat instead of the HP damage reduction. And a lot of people actually noticed. I was really surprised that people were like, "Hey, why'd you change it? What happened? I was actually really surprised that people actually caught the number change. I didn't think anyone was going to notice, but I just felt bad that I keep choosing 4, 5, 6 on Diabolos for the stat boosts, and I'm ignoring the HP damage reduction because we didn't. I don't know. HP damage reduction was like a chaos level thing when you didn't have people that could completely nullify HP damage. Now that we have like proper, strong, really strong tanks, it doesn't make sense to take HP damage reduction anymore. So we swapped it, but it's cool when people realize that you made a small change.
Yeah, and chat's being super supportive of content creation, and John Belmont says, the way I see making content is trying to share things you feel should be known, so trying to up yourself each time is good, but shouldn't be necessary. I was going to say that's why I feel like the bunch of us get along so well, and we have a lot of respect for each other, because we do continually try to improve. Like, we don't like just shitting stuff out, and as much as we make fun of Ink for, always, like, scope creeping his shit, like, there's a respect for the hustle, right? Like, Ink, Macnol, everyone always wants to do better.
We don't want them burning out either.
Right. And there's just a lot of respect there for sure. So, I mean, that's just the type of personalities we are, I suppose. Yoshi Pasta, back to you.
We got 5 minutes, by the way, because I got to do other shit.
You can have the full 5 minutes, Yoshi Pasta.
Wait, this is my stream. Why are you telling them what to do? Yoshi Pasta.
We made the change of initial brave for Diabolos, right? Diabolos? The initial brave?
What about it?
Yeah, it's the 5, right?
Oh, the stat. Yeah.
Isn't it dead? Like initial brave wise?
He makes a good point. You did say that earlier.
I agree, but it's stats. So if you have regen, it's not a lot. Look, I mean, in general, summon board passives are not a big choice. On the conditional stats, right? Like Ifrit is massive, and some of the differences are really, really huge and noticeable. But anything that's not attack, even attack at this point is like sketchy because there's so many attack modifiers that you're just overloaded with it. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather have raw stats because the HP damage is not going to come up in battle usually, whereas the iBrave will have tiny differences. I don't think it'll make even a turn difference in your turn count, but for people that want it, I feel hypocritical putting the usuals and putting something that I myself don't do. That just feels wrong to me. That's misleading, which is why I changed it as soon as I realized, like, hey, that's actually not right.
I think the TLDR of whatever we just talked about in the last who knows minutes. And thank you, Indolent Lard, for the timestamps you're inevitably going to do. You're the GOAT. There's a balance between wanting to improve and taking yourself too seriously. It's a game. Enjoy yourself. Don't break your back. Don't lose sleep over the game. People aren't, and I think I was saying this to Yoshi Pasta earlier. No one is going to remember your fuck ups more than you. That's just a general life rule. If you trip down going down the stairs, maybe someone will laugh at you. Maybe, well, unless you get caught on like World Star or something, then it might be awkward. But nobody remembers your mistakes more than you. Just if you just throw things out there, and sometimes it lands. Like some of the stuff I threw out there, like my tier list video when it first came out, I was like very nervous about that because I wasn't sure any of my jokes were gonna land. But then people liked it, So and I cut corners all the time and just don't take yourself that seriously. Just chill out. It's a game. Have fun with the community.
It's more important to try.
Yeah.
I respect so much more.
Is it more important to try, Mister? I don't want to make a YouTube channel. 4K, 4K.
So
Look at this
respect.
dude. Oh my God. Woo! A moment of clarity. Tell us how you really feel.
I've got a 30-minute rant on whatever that was.
You should put on your own damn channel.
No, we're ending, so I'll jump on Mark's stream later and continue the 30-minute rant there. Like as soon as it starts, I'm just gonna hop in and start ranting. But Yoshi Pasta, my question to you is, I'm too lazy to swap my passives around. Oh my God, I'm too lazy to refarm artifacts. Yes. So I am banking on the fact that eventually devs will be like, okay, iBrave is too useless, let's make it better, because they tend to do that, like, because right, they don't want dead currencies. You play JP, right? Like things come back and stuff.
Only me.
Oh, I thought you said Yoshi. Somebody in here when I jumped in. Oh,
I think on accident.
I thought Yoshi played JP.
No, sir.
I don't know why I thought that.
No.
Oh, okay. My bad, Yoshi.
Okay, never mind. Scratch all that. But Yoshi Pasta, my thing is like, like business-wise, they don't want dead currency, right? Anytime something becomes useless, they start doubling down on it. Like when Gil started getting useless, they came out with the new tiers of Adojas and made refining cost like 1 million Gil, and then same with like armor tokens into new, etc., etc. So, as Ink said, I think it's so minuscule to worry about your summon passives that I'm willing to just hold it here and bank that one day iBrave will be useful again. Like that's my long-term gamble. But like, what do you think, as someone who's played the game for so long? Do you think that's pretty likely that they'll make a comeback?
Talking to me? Was that Yoshi Pasta?
No, Yoshi Pasta.
Okay, that's a weird question.
Is something gonna be valuable again?
Right, I'm saying, are you gonna change your summon passives off of iBrave because it's bad now, or are you gonna hold on to it? Like, are you gonna just change it whenever it changes the meta?
Yeah, I'll just change it.
I couldn't do it.
It's an easy answer.
You're a better man than me.
You're just lazy because you want it, like, and that's reflected in you not making a YouTube channel. All right. It has been 5 minutes. Let's get some closing thoughts. Round table. Mino, you came in last, so you get to go first. The closing thoughts.
Drusane says, I disagree that iBrave would come back. You're already seeing the diminishing returns on JP. They could just up the potency. Instead of like 100% iBrave regen, they could just be 300% iBrave regen when they feel like it.
By the way, Gaming Sage, I saw you asked, how do I feel about Vivian Zell getting reworks? Wait till we see the reworks. That's all I gotta say.
I feel good, right? Because
it could just be an LD board rework and they get another HP attack.
It could be like an animation change. They might add puppets to their EXs.
Anyways, closing thoughts.
Oh, I'm done. Yoshi?
Okay. Yeah, Yoshi Pasta. Wait, stop. My stream, damn it.
Okay. I think I'll keep going with the saga as long as I can, if anything.
You're a great player. I see your runs, man. Good stuff.
Always very smart. I watch your.
Like,
I don't always comment.
Like VL.
Yeah.
Just like VL. I don't know why you bothered watching content creators. We got nothing to teach you.
Yeah, word. We learned from y'all. One thing I do is talk. Yeah, everyone. If you're still in chat and you're watching the stream, you ain't like the video yet. Go ahead and do that. We're not done yet. Ink. God, I'm so out of it today.
Like the video, because it helps distribute it to more people. So if you like the content, more people will get connected with the content, especially given all of the hot takes. By the way, and I will end on, some people do remember mistakes, like Zidane brings the Kais banner down. That was a good one. But I think that there are cases, and people should check Call to Arms for the Kadaj challenge quest, because it'll probably be annoying, but just wait for other people to do it before you go and like shotgun pull Kadaj, who, if you don't like him, you're not going to use him much. we'll put it like that, because he's not pushed like the other characters. That's my take, and like the video.
Okay.
Dang, everyone's saying you guys didn't cover ultimate weapons.
Well,
today?
Because I said in the very beginning of the stream, don't ask me, because I don't know how they work, and I'm not trying to talk about something I don't understand. Looks cool, more damage, more better. I like to go over things after I understand them. That's why I didn't talk about High Armor Plus for a while, because I just didn't get it. I'm not trying to rush out here and tell you guys what I think when I don't even know what's going on. So
fair.
Yeah.
I came in late. I would have talked about it.
Nah, I got nothing to say.
I'm perfectly okay talking about shit I have like a barely an understanding of.
No, I'm not trying to rush. It's okay to say I don't know, guys. And I don't know, quite literally. I can't read Japanese. It's all good, Blind Eye. No worries. I know people have been in and out of the stream. My closing thoughts are subscribe to Yoshi Pasta. I'm gonna be linking his channel, because I am not joking. I watch his hobo art and saga all the time, because I'm always curious. I just don't comment all the time, because believe it or not, I say this all the time. I'm pretty introverted. I usually like keeping to myself. Like, YouTube is the most expressive I'll be, and after this, I kind of just like die, which is why I can't do multiple streams. I tried streaming a lot at one point for a couple weeks. I know you guys saw that when I kept trying to do reactions, and it just wasn't working for me. But yeah, subscribe to him.
Yeah.
I am so introverted. Like the Myers-Briggs are largely bullshit, but I always get like 97% introverted. I really keep to myself.
Jesus Christ, that's not even a functioning adult in society.
Shut up. Anyways, I don't have any opinions on the level 90 stuff, because I don't quite understand it yet. Like I said with the beginning of Lufenia Plus and how things pan out, give me like a month to kind of figure out what's going on, and then if I can get off my ass and do a JP retro over the weekend, I'll do it. That's when I like to talk about stuff. Don't take yourself too seriously, but also try to improve. And I think that's all I can say. Yoshi Pasta, thanks for coming through. We appreciate your presence, even though you didn't talk that much. I know you said you ain't used to talking to a live audience, and it can definitely be slightly jarring, but you did a great job. Chat will reinforce that you did a great job for someone who hasn't talked a lot. Yeah. It really is harder than it appears. If you go back on my older videos, when I first started talking, it was awkward. When I first came on the TCC podcast, I barely knew what to say. You did great, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And if anyone has anything to say against that, they can go fuck themselves.
If it helps Yoshi Pasta, just don't read the chat ever.
Nah, read the chat and choose violence. If you tell people to fuck off, they will. They really don't. Man, that guy came at me sideways when I did my usual poll on Golbez, and I was like, "Are you pulling it? Why?" He's like, "Are you pulling?" He's this fucking weirdo said Wiener, I think. Who says Wiener in 2021, bro? Are you pulling on your Wiener or not? And I said, no, your mom feels better, bitch. Like, and he just said, oh, cool.
I'll defend Wiener.
What a fucking weird loser. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you push back on people, they fold. What's the Caleb City quote? I can't remember it. It was like, scramble like an omelet before you can fold. Wait, no. Damn it. Whatever. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. This stream needs to end. Any last thoughts, guys? The stream is gonna go off in about 5 seconds. Thank you, everyone. If you want to hit any of us up, we're all on the TCC Discord. So go over to Mark's channel on YouTube and subscribe there. Watch the TCC podcast. I wouldn't be here where I am if Mark hadn't given me a platform. Mark is also in voice right now because he's about to start streaming too. So if you guys could go over to the TCC Twitch channel right after this, because Mark's going to be doing something, and I might stick around there actually. I just won't be the mainstay because Mark is going to be streaming Resident Evil, I believe. He's doing something. It's going to be funny and a good time. So yeah. Bye.